the first thing that generally comes to fore or appears when the emotions have waned down a bit is differences. Your differences just comes in. In fact, that is why the most common reason people divorce is called irreconcilable what? Differences. That's why it's the most common thing people use. And usually it's not the differences that are irreconcilable, it's the people that are irreconcilable. Not the differences. The differences actually are normal. They are expected, they are required, they are necessary. So the differences are not the issue. It is the people involved that are irreconcilable or that refuse to reconcile, which we will still address as we go on. Jesus called it the hardness of heart. So why did Moses allow you to divorce? He says because of the hardness of your heart. So not the differences, but the first thing you will come in contact with when the emotions have waned, when the euphoric stage has passed, when the honeymoon stage has passed. But that's why in relationship science, we try to make sure people don't get married too quickly, so that euphoric stage will wane while you are still in a relationship, so that you know what you are getting into. You will see differences. There are different kinds of differences. In fact, another word for quarrels and fight is differences. So let's settle our differences. I'm just trying to show you, differences is the first thing that comes up. The difference. First thing that pops up. There are different levels of differences. There is difference in background. There's difference in temperaments, personality type. Then there's difference just because of gender. Just because of gender. All these things will pop up. A lot of the quarreling and fighting the early couple or the couples we face in their early years is tied to differences. That is why they found out most divorces will happen between 0 or between 1 and 7 years. That's where divorces happen. And usually, what is causing, if you check it, is that they couldn't navigate the stage for the differences. So they say it's irreconcilable differences. And you wonder, how did you marry this person in the first place? Because you were blinded at that time. When they say love is blind, it's true. Emotional love is blind. It blinds you from the reality. And when you now come into the reality of the differences, you are now shocked. The minister that spoke, what's your name? Mr. Michael. I know your wife's name is Grace already. I've not met her. He mentioned how, he likes his things organized and all that. My wife will talk about that. That's personality differences. That's temperament differences. That's what couples that you see that divorce 0 to that 7-year mark, they found out is around that period, is differences. We'll deal with the next thing that happens after the 7-year mark upward. But that beginning to that 5-7 years is irreconcilable difference. It's differences. It pops up, can be background. I have a good friend that shared this story. How that the first early years of their marriage, they had a lot of quarrel. What was causing the quarrel? His wife came from a background where her dad was a retired military officer. So he was very security-minded. So every day he makes sure the doors are locked before he goes to bed, make sure everybody's in bed. He's security-minded. So he locks all the doors, locks all the windows. So that's the home she grew up in. Now her husband grew up in a polygamous home. There were over 40-something people living in the house. Because he had a lot of wives, a lot of kids. Over 40. So when you have up to 40 people living in the house, you do not lock the doors and the windows. Because you don't know who is at home and who is still on the outside. So you do not lock the doors. Doesn't make sense. And there's no security risk because anybody that wants to come and rob a house of 40 people needs to be more than 40. So that nobody's going to rob us, So he grew up in a house where you do not lock the door. So they both got married. The wife is expecting that every day, my husband will go around and lock the door. And the husband is expecting every day, we're going to leave the door open. So you see, the difference is the first thing you encounter. And you'll be shocked that who did I marry? Who on earth are you? Why are we so different? So there's gender difference, personality difference, background difference. But I'm going to talk a bit about gender differences. So when a man and a woman meets, the way our differences work, it first attracts us to each other. So of course, generally, naturally, men are attracted to women. Women are attracted to men. You like the differences. Then, when you now get into the marriage, you now find out that these same differences will frustrate you. A guy thinks he's getting married to another guy because everybody's entitled to only one point of view. This is what you need to learn. as I'm standing here, I have only one point of view. I'm looking this way. I can't see what's going on behind me. I might be sincere, but that doesn't mean I'm going to see what's going on behind. You have a different point of view. You are looking from here upward. You can't see what's going on behind you. The only way we can bridge the gap is by understanding and communication. If we do not do that, I can think my view is the only view. And it's true, it's the only view I have. But that's not the only view that exists. So when you're a guy, except you are very exposed to knowledge, you will think you married another guy. Your point of view on everything will be from a man's perspective, not knowing that a woman also has a different point of view. Men and women are wired differently. We're created differently. I know the world is so confused about it now. They're trying to make men to be women, women to be men. But from scripture and from proven science, everything about us is different. Everything about us is different. Biologically, at least we all agree that biologically and physically we are different. We all agree on that. The woman's body is different. The woman's height is different. Her hair texture, everything is different. The skin, the softness of her skin, everything is different. Now, but it doesn't just stop in the physical hardware. Just like the way when they bring out iPhone 16, they give it a new physical body, but they also change the processor inside of it. Why would you think God will make a different being physically and put the same processor inside them? Yeah, we're also different internally. That means mentally we are different, and science has proven our brains and our way of thinking emotionally we are different. So when you enter a home, or you guys start a family, you need to start to learn now that the being I'm married to is different from me. Very different. So the way she interprets, in fact, I always say this way, men and women do the same activities, but for different reasons. So there was a question about sex earlier today. Men and women do the same activities, but for different reasons. Men want sex for a different reason than women want it. Now, the activity is the same. That's what confuses people. It's the same activity, not sex, yes, but the reason she's wants sex is very different from your reason. And once the two reasons are different, we will start having issues in the how we're going to do it and the how often. A man enjoys sex first physically. So sex is more a physical act for a man. He needs it for release. So the more stressed he is, the more sex he wants. For a woman, she doesn't see sex like, and of course there are little exceptions here and there, that will happen. But ordinarily, the average woman doesn't see sex as a form of release. She sees sex as a form of connection. So she usually wants to make love. The man usually wants to have sex. They have two different things. A man making love is a long process. Sometimes he wants to go to the end point. A man can enjoy sex without any long love making. He can just go straight to the project because it's a physical release for him. So it's not necessarily like they were saying that the guy has gone wild. No, he might not have even been a wild person. But his need for sex is very different. And you notice the lady that spoke at the end, the doctor, said, sex for a woman starts in the morning. Not on the bed at night. Because for a man, that's how it is. A man doesn't have to be in the mood. Doesn't need to talk to you. In fact, doesn't even need to know you to enjoy sex. This is why prostitution, you don't want to hear how much goes into prostitution. That means there are a lot of men willing to have sex with people they are not going to see again. You see how men see sex? In fact, most men would prefer to pay for sex because this means I don't have to be nice to you. I don't have to take you out on a date. All the things the doctor was saying. Because in a normal marriage setting, it takes a lot to get a woman in the mood. So a man would rather just go and drop the money he needs to drop and get what he wants without having to talk. Without having to be nice, not having to remember your birthday. You see, remember anniversaries. These are things he would do in the home to get sex. But he doesn't want to do that. So when you understand that, oh, my wife is different from me sexually, then she also needs to understand that my husband is different from me sexually. Once both of them understand. So my wife knows there are times I just need sex. I don't have energy to make love. So yes, because the purpose of knowing the difference is to know what to do about it, not just knowing it. So she understands she needs to serve me today. And it's only an issue when one person is the one doing the serving all the time. Service is great if we are both serving each other. There are times I realize my wife needs love making today. And I don't have to be in the mood. You see, marriage is not run by mood. If a man is tired most times, he needs solitude. If a woman is tired most times, she needs companionship. If you do not know this, when you see your husband very tired, that's not the time to come and have a long discussion. You see, some people think they have communication problem. It's just differences. When the man is stressed out, they say, we need to talk. You see, men see those kind of talk as stressful. But you see, because for women, talking is a release. If a woman is happy, she needs to talk. If she's sad, she needs to talk. If she doesn't know how she feels, she needs to talk. And scientifically, they found that women have about 20,000 words per day. Men have just about 8,000 words per day. And he has spent most of it in the office. So when he comes home, he's on reserve. Are you seeing what's going on? So they will both be frustrated because the man is wondering, why does this woman have a need to talk? She has 20,000 words not used. She has to use it. That's why a woman can use what requires 5 words. She will use 5 sentences. She's loaded. She has a lot to spend. But you see, for men, how was your day? Is 1 word. Fine. As long as he didn't get fired today, the answer is fine. He just has a little, he's on reserve. So you see what the problem? The problem is not that he doesn't want to talk, it's that he doesn't have. His problem is not that she talks too much, it's that she's overloaded. So when she's stressed, she needs companionship. When he's stressed, he needs quietness. When she's stressed with something, talking helps her process it. When he's stressed with something, he needs to think about it first before he talks about it. He must first process it internally. So that's why women think, oh, why are you not worried about what's going on? He's worried, just that he's not going to verbalize. He needs to go and think. He needs quietness. He will think about that thing. When he gets an idea or a way forward, then he will talk. But for a woman, when she's stressed about something, let's talk about it till we get a way forward. You see, same activities, different reasons, different background. Men talk because they have something important to say. Women talk because they have somebody important to say it to. Are you getting what I'm saying? So when I started dating my wife, she would, if I see her on Monday, and we have our next appointment next Monday, date, okay. I call it date because appointment. You see how women think? Yes, I call it appointment. So we have our next date next Monday. I won't call her throughout the week till that next Monday. Yes. And she'll be like, no, you can't not talk to me throughout the week. I said, look, all the gist and topics I have, there are not many. I've kept them till next Monday. If I call you during the week and discuss it, what will I do when you come next Monday? Remember, it's just 8,000 per day. I'm saving it. You see, but for women, you see, because men don't just talk for talking's sake. We talk when we have something important to say. But women talk because they have somebody important to say it to. So once you're important in their life, they need to talk to you. The topic notwithstanding. This is why men think women talk irrelevant things. No, you are the relevant person. The topic is not the issue. So the man doesn't know why you want to talk about the neighbors. He said, I don't care about the neighbors. No, it's not about the neighbors. It's about you. She needs to connect with you by talking. Any topic is fine. Is somebody getting what I'm saying? And this goes on and on. The point is that we are different. That's the first challenge you are going to run into. That men and women are different. The way they process life, the way they see things. Men see money as a prize. Women see money as a tool. So the way a man treats money most times, of course, there are little exceptions here and there. But largely, men see money as a prize. Because his freedom is tied to his finances. A woman sees money as something we spend. It's a tool. She's not going to be emotionally attached. Now, she likes the security of money, of course. But she believes in using the money. So if you don't know those differences, you will always have clashes. Knowing those little differences, all right, based on gender, will help you fine-tune. For instance, women are emotional. Men are logical. Scientists found out, they scanned the brain of men and women. They found that a woman's brain has emotions all around it. So she can be emotional by anything. There's emotions everywhere in her brain. It's difficult to have a conversation with her without her taking emotional. And that's not a negative thing, that's a good thing. A man's brain they found that emotion is just two small spots, here and here. So one of the first complaints young wives make about their husbands is that he's emotionally unavailable. Because he's not an emotional being. He's not showing up in the emotional realm. Everything for him is logical, is fact-based. While the woman is feelings-based. So when she says some things, don't be so driven with the facts of the discussion. Try and catch the feelings behind what is being said. If a woman says you don't love me anymore, most men think that's a call to debate. I don't love you anymore. Good afternoon, fellow debaters. Accurate pass, panel of judges. I'm here to defend the motion that I don't love you anymore. Last year, did I not buy you so and so? Last month, did I not take you to so and so? I hope with these few points of mine. All she's saying is, I don't feel loved right now. It's not a call to debate. But see, a man is fact-based. A woman is largely feelings-based. So a hug will go better than a debate. You see, all these things, it took me years to learn it. Because we're logical. When a man hears an accusation, he looks for his facts. Let's deal with it based on facts. That's why if you see a man and a woman arguing, there's no winner at the end. Because they were not even on the same topic. It was not the same topic. No winner at the end. Because the man can't understand how she doesn't understand. She's not even talking about the same thing. This is how she feels. Like Pastor mentioned, if you understand these things, when I see men say I can't get my wife to do something, I just laugh. It just shows you're a bit unskilled. If you are skilled, there's nothing I can get my wife to do. Nothing. I'm serious. You just know how to speak her language. Largely feelings-based. Everything you're saying must contain feelings, togetherness, oneness. Don't focus on necessary facts. You want to buy a sports car. You go and tell your wife, baby, I saw this car, 16 valve, V8, 600 and something horsepower. Woman, that makes no meaning. Where are we running to? Doesn't resonate with the woman at all. So you instead say something like, hey baby, we've not been spending enough quality time. I've seen one car, we'll be using it after service every Sunday. It just has only 2 seats, me and you. After Sunday, we'll go for a long drive and hang out and just catch up on our week. Now you are talking her language. Is somebody get what I'm saying? You want to buy a new house. Don't go and tell her, hey baby, I want to. No, say, hey baby, I see your shoes. They are all scattered. I saw one closet. The way they arrange the shoes. And the bags on this side. You see, it's the same thing, but you are communicating now with a better understanding. Is somebody getting what I'm saying? So, hallelujah. So, men and women are different. In fact, in this book, A to Z of Marriage, every couple should get the easy to read book. We found out that when you tell a man, love a woman, and tell a woman, love a man, makes no meaning. What does love mean? I should love a woman. Makes no meaning. But the way a man sees love, because some people, the reason why their marriage break, the woman will say, I'm doing everything, but he doesn't appreciate it. You are doing everything but the things he likes. The man is saying, I'm doing everything for her. You are doing everything but the things she likes. Because the way she sees it is different. I told them somewhere, I said, your wife might not need the new iPhone 16. She needs access to your iPhone 14. You see? For some men, they think, I bought her the new iPhone 16. No, she needs your password for your iPhone 14. You see? That might be better for her than just buy her a new phone. Is somebody getting what I'm saying?